Hi everybody, it's Traci from Downwarddogrising, and I'm going to give you some breathing tonight to help you relax, feel calm. So we're just going to do a little breath work, a couple little yoga stretches just to unwind you from the day. So let's do proper breathing first. So my name's Traci and I'm here to unwind you. So welcome. I want you to breathe posterior lateral rib cage breathing from your diaphragm, your dome-shaped muscle here. What I want you to do, we're going to take an inhale and really expand into the sides of our rib cage. So find a comfortable spot to sit in. If you have a mat, grab your mat. And I want you to bring the air, rather than doing shallow chest breathing, like if we get really stressed out or driving, where you're up here and you use all your breathing accessory muscles that tighten the neck, they raise, they hike the shoulders up. I want you to find that point where when you inhale, you can expand to the sides of your rib cage. Lateral ribs expand, and then you feel the ribs start to pull back this way. Exhale, and then watch how the hand falls. The hand melts into the chest. So you breathe in. You have that lateral rib cage expansion, and then you exhale. Hands to sides of lower ribs here. Diaphragm is that dome-shaped muscle in between two sides of rib cage. So it's what helps you when you take deep inhalations. You have your thorax, your abdominal area, and you have that intra-abdominal pressure so that the diaphragm, it expands, it allows air to go into the lungs, and then when that diaphragm comes back up, it gets the air, there's a pressure gradient, and then that air can come back out of the lungs. So you have a total pressure gradient in your body between the thorax and the intra-abdominal pressure. The inhale, the exhale, and it's how the air gets into your lungs, expands, and then deflates again. So we're going to do that right now. Inhale. Feel lateral ribs expand. And then on your exhale, I want you to actually squeeze your intercostals, the muscles between each rib, and feel your breastbone melt into the chest. So you inhale, ribs expand, and then you exhale, squeeze the air out of the lungs. One more time. And then now from here, bring one hand to chest, sternum, breastbone. Now see if you could get this hand to release and collapse down. Melt. Like you're taking a deep sigh. Sigh of relief. You could see the hand move down. Some of us breathe and none of this moves. It just stays there the whole time, constricted, tight. That'll actually lift the middle of your back right up off the mat and flare your ribs to the sky. Okay, so now come on down to the mat with me. You're gonna come on down to your mat, lying on your back. Relax your knees like in the constructive rest position. The knees are bent, the feet are flat. And then go ahead and just let your sides of your ribs open up. They expand, and then you soften. Let this whole area come into the mat. So you inhale, and then you exhale. Feel the middle part of your back between your shoulder blades drop into the mat. You inhale. Ribs inflate, and then you exhale. Chest falls. All right. Take arms down by your sides. Peel. Roll your hip bones back so your low back stretches, elongates into the mat. Roll up, segment by segment. Tighten your core to your back. Make sure no weight is in your neck. What I want you to do here, feel wide open. Shoulders drop down and back. Collarbones are wide open and apart. Blades float down sides to back. Now inhale. Soften your breastbone. Now exhale. Take one breath. Lower one vertebra down to your mat. So you're going to inhale. Now exhale. Take one breath. Try to get the air out of the lungs. Control. Take another breath. Be conscious of each vertebra as it comes to your mat. Use the exhale to move through your back vertebra. Breathe in. And then exhale. Soften. Feel that back hit the mat. Breathe in. Exhale. Soften. Breathe in. Exhale. Soften. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. You might feel a block somewhere. I just did. Exhale. And then allow your tailbone, sacrum, low back connect into the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a deep bow from the breastbone, your central axis point. Bow from the center part of your spine. Elongate head away from the tailbone. Hold and breathe into the spot. Mid back between those shoulder blades. Back of neck is long. And then exhale. Release one more time. And then exhale, release. Gently come back into your mat. Place your feet down on the floor, on the mat. Now, float your arms behind your head until your ribs leave the mat. Feel the middle back. Lift off the mat. Feel the front of your ribs flare to the ceiling. Okay, we want to get rid of this rib flare, and then we want to use the deep inhales and exhales to pull the ribs together in front. You're going to inhale, glide those blades, let the back bottom tip of the blade touch down on your mat. Exhale, start to pull the ribs forward. Exhale. Now right about here, the arms can connect into the back of your shoulder blades without lifting you off the mat. So now here, pull the bottom of the edge of the shoulder blade into the mat and just like pull the ribs down in front, stretch spine long, and then exhale, just bring the arms down by your sides. All right, so let's do one more articulating roll up. Inhale, hip bones, they're straight to the ceiling. You're tight across your core. Narrow the hip points together. Transversus abdominis. Horizontal fibers like a band, a belt. Peel your hip bones back. Tailbone lengthens under you. Now inhale. Roll the tailbone, the sacrum up. Feel a slight stretch in the front of your hips and thighs. Slowly roll the back of the hips up. Back of the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, glide up the spine, inhale, exhale, get to that spot, mid-back. Now, those collarbones open wider, the shoulders drop down and back away from your ears. The sides of your neck are nice and long, shoulders away from ears. Let's begin our breath again. Inhale. Ribs expand laterally. Breathe into the back of those ribs. Ribs expand into the front. Everywhere, three-dimensional. Soften your breastbone. Go down a notch. Breathe in. Three-dimensional. Now soften. Go down another notch. Again. Again. Bone by bone. tailbone. Hug knees to chest, peel head, neck, shoulders up, inhale, exhale, and then gently release to your mat. Take hands, cactus them by your sides. Now allow both your knees are in line with your hip sockets. Allow both legs to swivel to one side as far as what's comfortable, or you could keep both shoulders grounded on your mat. Breathe, stay here. Again, open up this entire side line. Breathe into the sides of your ribs, breathing in. Soften up that spine. Legs to the left, spine lengthens on the right. Open up that side line. Collarbones wide, chest open. Breathe. One more deep inhale. Bring legs back to the center. Reset pelvis into mat. Knees in line above hip sockets. Now sway those knees to the other side. Keep knees in line with hips as well as both shoulders on your mat. Expansion into the whole left side of your body. Breathing in. Inflate. Exhale. Collarbones wide, shoulders remain on the mat. Soften your breastbone. One more deep inhale. Just had a back pop, breathing in and breathing out. Gently come back center. Next, take the bottoms, the soles of your feet together. We're going to do a little Supta Baddha Konasana. Allow your knees just to open sideways, splay out to the sides. Palms are up to the sky. Abdominals pull tight to back. Chest is open. Stay here for a few breath cycles. Butterfly stretch, Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline, butterfly. Feel head lengthen away from tailbone. Imagine your two hip bones come closer together in front. It's your transversus abdominis. Feel the back of your pelvis widen into the mat underneath you. Those inner thighs spiral outwards. Let your spine sink into the mat.